and I'll just save my experience. If if this was a regular world, I might just do it, but since that experience is gonna be there forever, and when it's not there, it doesn't matter anyway. I feel like I should also do something with this sort of deal where you fall through here. Like I should make it like a secret entrance or something. So let me put some markers here as to show that this would be secretive. I want to make sure I don't cover it up or something though. Maybe that'll remind me that I want to do something there. So we want to do it over here-ish, I think, is the plan. Yeah, I guess we'll just go chop a lot of trees down. I don't think I've ever had to chop any trees down or get any wood since I moved over to this station. I've just used all previous wood. Okay, now I can talk a little about my hectic week. Even though last week I said I was going to talk about it, but I ended up not talking about it. But it was more of a negative, wasn't a very good week. I guess it was alright, but there were just some things I needed to rant about. But this week it was pretty busy, but it was a pretty great week. So I'll kind of get into that. So the reason it was busy, we had our first Ultimate Frisbee Club meeting, and it was just inside. Fortunately, we couldn't play because not everyone had their forms in, and we had to do we just did a little educational, informative meeting just to kind of have a meeting so we could have that under our belt. And then Monday is our first actual time playing, hopefully. That's the plan. I checked the forecast, and it looks like it's going to be, at first it said it was going to be clear, but just cloudy, and then it said it was going to be rainy, and now it says it's going to be partly cloudy. So we'll have to see how wet the baseball field is, because we can't play when it's raining because that'll tear up the baseball outfield where we can. That's the only field that's open right now that we can play. But apparently after Tuesday the fields are going to be open. Other fields are going to be open, so we can use them, which we tried to get information from the office lady, but she wouldn't give us any information like that at all. So I guess we have that information now. So we might end up moving fields, but I think Mondays would be a good day to do it because that's the only day I have free except for Friday today. And Fridays would be fun. I honestly ideal situation be Frisbee Fridays. That's what a lot of people do, I think, as far as clubs go. But with the football games being such a big deal and everyone having other stuff to going on Friday, it's just harder when you have it as a set club. When it's if we were just doing a get together where it's play some Frisbee, Friday would be good, but this thing is official, it's a little more difficult. So Monday I did that. Tuesday, driver's ed, which it's not hard at all, it's just boring. Wednesday filmed Macbeth and then went to the library, hung out there for a bit, helped some people with their math homework. I taught this one girl, one of my friends, she said she needed help with her math or whatever, and so I was like, oh, I got you, I'm destroying math right now, for whatever reason, it's algebra. I don't know if this teacher is really good or I'm just getting it really well. Algebra 2, really understand it. I don't know, it just goes with my brain nicely. And so there's this one thing where if you do reflections, if it reflects over the x-axis, the negative will be on the outside. If it's on the inside, it's reflect over the y. So my little saying here is inside, if it's on the inside y, and then the way you say it's inside y, you really want to go play outside or something during summer. And everyone's like, oh, that's so stupid or whatever, but I fully am aware it's stupid, and I realize it's stupid, but it's the only one I could come up with. And when people say, oh, really, that's kind of stupid, then they'll remember it. So pretty proud of that. That's my little brainchild, as well as Sadeep Sunrise. Sunrise part is Sadeep isn't my child at all, unfortunately. That's weird. But yeah, so did that. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday yesterday. Jeez, long day. Came home, got my MLA checked for this freaking paper that I'm working on forever, that I put a ton of effort in. So hopefully that turns out well, since we've done a lot of peer editing, but the teachers haven't really checked us off with it. And I really haven't had time to schedule a meeting with them because I've been busy, and all the meetings been full or whatever. So I was able to right after school I was able to get my MLA checked off, and I was pretty sure I was right. I was pretty confident because you can just use EasyBib and it'll do it for you, whatever. But I was better safe than sorry here, because you get marked off I'll use my map here. Get marked off 10% if you have your MLA wrong or something like that, which is a pretty big blow when this thing is worth it's worth 100 points in social studies and 50 points in LA, which people say points. People are that's so much points, but it's all relative, because some teachers will have their big test be 300 points. No one does that, but and some teachers will have their big test be 50 points, but it's just scaling wise, but it's a big chunk of our grade. So worked really hard to get that going well, got that checked off, went to driver's ed, and had the class or whatever. It was just a review day, so we just kind of went over some stuff. There's some stuff where we weren't taught at all, maybe it was the time where the lady, instead of just stopping the class, she just kind of just skipped through the last half of the class or whatever. Just was we don't have time for this, so skip, saying some stuff. No one was listening, everyone was packing up, whatever. So that was maybe where I was from. It was something about the personal bubble. There's 6 zones in the personal bubble, and he's I got asked this question or whatever. He's how many, what are the what is the zone divided into? I'm what? He's oh, I might have phrased that wrong. I'm yeah, I'm kind of confused. And so he's and says it again. I'm areas divided. He's close, but it starts with a Z. I'm zones. He's yeah, and how many zones are there? And I'm I have no idea. 4, since there's front, back, both the sides or whatever. And he's up a little more, and then 5, up a little more, 6. Yeah, 6 zones. Remember? I'm nope. And everyone's yeah, don't remember that at all. So that was interesting. And we took a little midterm or whatever, stupid little thing. We had to write a full front and back page. It was a ton of writing about answering these questions. We'd been practicing free writes in LASS, and where you just write and don't stop. You can write about whatever you are thinking about, and if you can't think of something, then you do a word chain where you pick your last word and then whatever that word makes you think of, and then until you can find something to write on or whatever. And so that's pretty much what I did, because I was I know this doesn't matter, this is just the driving class thing, it's not an actual state test or anything like that, because the questions were what are your favorite then the driving school's habits or whatever that you've learned from our specific driving school. And it's oh, okay. And so I just kind of wrote random stuff all the time, but it's good. And some people were really thinking about ooh, we gotta make sure this is perfect. It's you realize it doesn't matter. That's it's just frustrating, because it's that's the whole point. You have to realize what you need to actually put work into, and some people just cannot do that at all. And it frustrates me, because then they complain about all this work they have, and it's well, you don't need to work that hard on a stupid assignment like that or something. I don't know. I feel I should just dig up these snowballs, just because, except that's gonna fill my inventory like crazy. So I think I'll go on this level and just dig this across. I want this thing to be pretty massive, take me a while to get through. Hopefully use up my entire pick because honestly, it's kind of a terrible. No, it's like a good. It's got the good like thing, unbreaking, efficiency, great, you know. Except that silk touch thing, I need to actually use that properly. I feel like so. I'll go ahead and do that. So just dig around here, doop doop doop. Oh, and then I had my drive on after the Thursday class, after we finished that midterm whatever thing we're doing. And that went pretty well because I went second. Last time I went first, and this time like I did with Connor, like there you can go first this time, because last time he was having trouble. Oh jeez. Like seeing, because it gets dark out and you can't really see the curb when you're trying to back around the corner or whatever. Hello? Shouldn't be lagging like that. That's multiplayer lag, not single player lag. Why did it have to switch? Like, why did it have to be on a multiplayer server? They have to switch the whole single player thing. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, that was a weird rant. That was pretty fun. I pretty much just like learned all the stuff from when Connor was driving first, and so I was able to do it really easily and just kind of cruised around. We were chatting about like Hurricane Sandy as I'm driving. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'm doing everything right here? And yep, you're good, you know. So just kind of cruising around. It's great because like for whatever reason, last time I sat in the seat, like I remembered it being much shorter or something where I didn't see as much, but this time I sat in the seat and I was like, whoa, I'm so high up sitting up in the seat, and so I was able to like see everything much easier. I don't know, it was pretty fun. It felt good. I guess it wasn't fun because I was like, I would rather not be doing it, but generally if I had to drive, it was a good drive. I was driving with an instructor, because just going on a drive, that's good, but when you just had a 2-hour class and then you watch someone drive for another hour and now you're driving, kind of gets old. But I can't wait till I can just drive on my own. So that's gonna be freaking sweet. Cause I can have my own sort of schedule. Like I won't have to rely on my parents picking me up or something like that. It'll be nice for sure. And Wednesday, unfortunately, I haven't been able to go to. I'm full. Gotta go. Let me go empty my inventory because I want to grab that dirt. Haven't been able to go to film club, which I enjoy going to, because we've been filming Beth. But we got all our filming done, and I sent it over to my friend Justin, who, if you guys follow my channel for a while, then you guys know, because he was on our multicom thing, and it's been on our podcast before. And he's the one that was the co-founder of LLG with me. That was like the initial idea. I don't know if I explained this for a while, but like we were talking, we were like, you know, oh, we should play, you know, get like a clan together, and so it was originally just me and him playing. So there's that little piece of information right there. Dang, I got so much stuff. But yeah, he's editing all that together, except for like 30 seconds over now, apparently, the time limit, so we're gonna have to cut 30 seconds out of it, which like wouldn't usually be a problem, except we have to use the exact like Shakespeare verse or whatever, or prose that he uses, and so that's kind of a pain, because we can't actually, you know, ad-lib any of it. We just have to do it exactly. So I think we can cut stuff out, but she wasn't really clear on that whole deal. But a lot of people haven't like even started filming or have way behind on their filming, so I'm glad we got ours done out of the way. It was pretty bad. Like, I don't know. We were gonna have, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but we were gonna have this girl Michelle, who I mentioned, who was the same girl that I talked about previously. I don't know what I was saying before, but same girl. She was gonna be in her group, and then these other kids like joined our group, and they kind of just got all messed up, and so I'd rather have her in the group because the other guys, not as, I just don't like them as much. They're alright, but she's better, so yeah. Let's see. Oh, and we also needed like a Lady Macbeth, and so one of the guys had to be Lady Macbeth, so that was kind of the main situation. Like, we need a girl here. I don't know. What, am I good to go? I think I'm good to go now. I'll let this just just let these reeds grow here. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep working on this. I don't know what I was talking about before, really, but I haven't been able to go to film club, that sort of deal. Not really sure where I was going with that whole thing, but yeah. I'm like halfway through driver's ed though, so that's kind of nice. Can't wait for that to be over and for me to have some free, it's not really free time, like I have plenty of free time, but some, I don't know, just like not having forced the driver's ed in one day would be nice. But I don't know what I'm gonna do once driver's ed's over, because I kind of like doing something. I'm gonna take like a little break, but I'd like to get something going. I don't know what other extracurricular activity I will be involved in once I can actually start driving. Like I can do anything. Like it'll be great. I don't know. Whenever I'm driving, I don't get. I remember watching or listening to Pone Star for Hire. He would talk about like he has like driving anxiety, like he can't drive because he gets like so nervous or anxious about it or something like that. So he doesn't have his like permit, but he has like other stuff going on, like he didn't graduate high school because he had that sort of thing. I don't really know the full situation, but like for me, driving isn't like stressful at all. Well, I guess it's like when you're driving with an